Hi, I'm Elaine Sanchez. If holiday stress is causing you to feel overwhelmed, resentful, or angry, it could be a good indication that you need to set some better boundaries. Once you draw a firm line in the sand and you decide it is a line over which you will not allow others to cross, they will be much less likely to try to manipulate you with guilt or anger into doing something that you don't want to do. So let's take a look at why, when, and how to set boundaries. The why is simple. You do it to let people know that your feelings, your wants, and your needs matter just as much as theirs, and that you will not allow them to manipulate you into doing something that you don't want to do. The when can vary. Let's start with an easy one. If there are any old family conflicts that tend to bubble up when you're all together, or if there will be people from both sides of the political divide at your holiday gathering, you might want to establish your boundaries before everyone arrives. So rather than just hoping that everyone will behave and get along, you can let them know what is not acceptable and what you will not tolerate before they arrive. For instance, you could say something like, just so you're aware, there are a few topics that are off the table this year. We will not talk about Dad's will, and we are not going to talk about Grandma's ashes, and there will be no political talk. We have family members on both sides of the aisle, and if anyone starts arguing, I will call an Uber and escort them to the front door. Am I clear about that? That's an easy one. Now, for more complicated situation, using a series of I statements can be helpful when you want to say no to someone who really, really wants you to say yes. Here are a few examples. I understand you need help with this, but I can't take it on. No, that doesn't work for me. Oh, I don't have the time or the energy to do that. If they continue to pressure you, you can respond with, oh, I said no, please quit asking. And if that doesn't work, you can state it a little more firmly. I said no, I meant no, please respect my limits. And if they still won't take no for an answer, you can end the conversation by saying, I'm done talking about this, and I need you to let it go. If you're talking on the phone, hang up. If you are with them, walk out of the room or get in your car and leave. If someone has successfully used guilt or anger to manipulate you in the past into doing something that you didn't want to do, they will not like it when you stand up for yourself. They will probably try again and again, and when they do, you could say, oh, I thought I was very clear about that. I said no, I haven't changed my mind. Please do not ask again. It takes courage to stand up for yourself, but self-care is not selfish. Being firm and caring for yourself is an important survival strategy. It may not be easy at first, but if you don't give in, eventually they will stop asking. Now, let's take a look at a different situation you may encounter during the holidays. If you have any well-meaning friends or family members who just cannot resist giving you unwanted advice, you might want to follow the suggestions of two brave women in one of our support groups. They came up with a couple of responses that very nicely but firmly tell someone to back off. You might try this. I appreciate your concern, but I need you to trust me to know what my husband needs. Or this. I know you care, but your advice is not helpful. Please don't bring it up again. Setting boundaries isn't always easy, but once you get used to saying yes when you want to do something and saying no when something doesn't work for you, you may find that as you go through the holidays, you will do it with a little more cheer and goodwill toward all.